Hi guys, my name is Dr. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SJVIT, Bangalore. We are all welcome to 4th semester student for the lab Mechanical Measurement and Metrology lab. This lab is related to the 4th semester for the Mechanical Measurement and Metrology lab.
Come to the next experiment. In the part A, there is a calibration of thermocouple. First I have to introduce about thermocouples. Thermocouples nothing but it is an electrical device consisting of two dissimilar electrical conductor to form an electric junction at a different temperatures. The thermocouples commonly used from the three types. The first one is a J type, second one is the K type, and the third one is the T type. These are all commonly used from the three thermocouples used in the calibration of the thermocouples. The color indication for the J type is yellow color, and for the K type is black color, and for the T type is blue color. That it means the different color indicate the different thermocouples. These are the main important parts of the thermocouples. The first one is that is the RTD. That is the RTD means resistance temperature detector. And next, this is a heater. We have to heat the water, and this is from the use from the can to find out what is the initial room temperature of the thermocouples. Okay. Now come to these instruments. These are all the different types are there. The first one is a J type, second one is a K type, and the third one is the T type. These are all the three types of thermocouples. Okay. Suppose you have to using from the J type. First you can adjust the knob from the J type. Suppose you have to use from the K type, you can adjust the knob for the K type. Suppose you have to use from the T type, you have to adjust the knob for the T type. Okay. Now come to these thermocouples. The material used for the K type thermocouple is a nickel chromium. The material used from the K type is that is the iron construct, and the material used from the T type is that is the copper and constants. These are the material commonly used from the lab. Next come to these experiments. The first one is these are the thermocouple readings, and this is the RTD readings. These RTD readings by using from the connection of the RTD from the waters, and these thermocouples is reading from the thermocouple, connect the thermocouple from the boiled water, then you can note down the readings of the thermocouple and RTD. Then you can comparison between these RTD reading and thermocouple, you can calculate the percentage of error. Then come to the procedure, then switch on the power supply. Then first we have to note down what is the room temperature of the from this lab. First note down the room temperatures. Then after this you have to take any one thermocouples, can connect the from the J type. Then you can take this one, dip on the boiled water. This is the temperature for the thermocouple, and this is the temperature for the RTD. Okay. Next, suppose you have to using J type, you can adjust the knob at the J. Suppose you have to use from K, you can adjust the knob K. Suppose you are using the T, you can adjust the knob from the T knob. Then after this one, you can start continuously heating up the boiled water. At any sometimes you can observe from the bubbles are coming from the heater. Okay. Now the temperature should be maximum. It should be maximum temperature. At that time, what happen? Then you can note down the readings from the what is the value from the RTD and what is the value from the thermocouples. Then you can reduce the temperature. Then suppose after the once you have to reach the maximum temperature, you can switch on the main power supply. Then you can reduce the temperature. Suppose you have to take the first trial is 90. Then after this one you have to take the 70. You can note down the thermocouple reading 70 and what is the reading of RTD value. Then you can comparison between these RTD value and thermocouple, you can find out the percentage of error. Then same procedure can be continue for the 60, 50, 40, 30. Okay, up to this you can note down the values of thermocouple reading from this and RTD reading from this. Then come to this tabular column. There are different columns are there. That is, one is RTD readings, another one is the thermocouple readings. These RTD readings from the coming from the digital instrument, and this temperature from the thermocouple reading. Then finally you can compare this one. What is the percentage of error should be there from this RTD to thermocouple? Then you can find out the percentage of error. Then same procedure you are completed for all the trials. Then you can switch off the instrument. then take the readings. Then first you have to calculate the percentage of error. That is, the error means actual value minus, that is the indicated value, plus or minus indicated value. Suppose your actual value is, that is a 24.9, and suppose your indicated value is 18.2. 24.9 minus of 18.1, that is the error. Then you can go calculation for the percentage. 24.9, 17.8 divided by 20.9 into 100 to can get the percentage of error. The same procedure can be followed by the up to all the 10 trials. Okay, then after this take the readings and the calculation, then you can draw the graph. From these thermocouples, there are two graphs are there. One graph is from the thermocouple reading versus RTD. The second graph is thermocouple reading versus percentage of errors. Okay, these graph can be indicates how to affect the temperature from this thermocouples showing in the graphs. Okay, then come to the conclusion of these experiments. The main purpose of these experiment used to measure the temperature difference between the dissimilar metals. So you have to use from the dissimilar metals, find out the temperature errors from the experiment. Okay, main viva questions asking from this for the thermocouple. What is thermocouple? What are the types of thermocouple? What are the advantages of thermocouple? What is the principle of working of the thermocouples? And what is the material used from the JKT type thermocouple? And what is the color indication of the thermocouples? These are all the viva questions asking in the examinations. Okay, then after finally complete your all the experiment, main switch off and remove from the these RTD readings from the cold water, and next then take remove the thermocouple from the hot water, remove the connection from the digital indicators, then finally then you can minimize the values. Then after the at the end this one you can switch off the instruments. Then the experiment is completed for the calibration of the thermocouples. Thank you.